Hi, this is Ashley from TSCompany_1 back with another reading. And this reading is going to be on Cardi B and Megan's Grammy performance. They have been announced as one of the performers and they will be doing WAP, okay? Now, when I did the reading on Megan and Cardi and Doja Cat's performance, I did get the inkling that she wanted to do a collaborative kind of performance. If you haven't seen that reading, go check it out. And I feel like ultimately Megan will benefit more from this performance than Cardi, because for whatever reason, a lot of people online, and it's not me saying it, but people online are calling her record with Maroon 5 a flop, okay? Now, I told y'all I'm a big fan of Maroon 5, but I did not like that record because I did not like Megan's verse on that record. I felt like it just sounded off, okay? But I am a fan of Maroon 5. But ultimately, I think that Megan will benefit more from this performance. Everyone said that her verse on WAP was better, so it makes sense. But let's get into it. Let's see, how their performance will be and if the audience will like it and the viewers. And then we're also going to take a look into J-Lo and Arod. We're going to see what's going on between them. Before we do anything, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And yes, also I will be doing a show on Station Head on Monday at 7 p.m. Okay, I already put it on Station Head. We were trending at number 15. So thanks to all the people who have listened, and we'll be back 7 p.m. on Station Head. My name is Ash Miracle on Station Head, and we about to get into some things over there. So I did it on Monday instead of Saturday because I wanted to talk about the Grammys. So that it makes sense to do it on Monday versus Saturday because the Grammys are on Sunday. Okay? So anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what's going to happen with Cardi B and Megan's performance. Cardi B and Megan's performance. Okay. So we got the 5 of Wands in reverse, which talks about conflict. There's going to be some disagreements of how they want to do the show. It seems as though Rock Nation wants to do something their way in regards to Megan, and Cardi B and Atlantic want to do something a different way. So they're going to bump heads, not necessarily Cardi and Megan, but it looks like Rock Nation and Atlantic, even though usually they are in cahoots. It looks like the way they want the show to go, Atlantic might want to focus on Up. So Cardi B probably will perform Up and then WAP. And maybe Megan wants to perform another song from her album that I believe came out in November and then WAP. So it looks like it could just be a disagreement of how they want Cardi and Megan to perform the songs, okay? Then we got the Judgment card, okay, which talks about, people are going to view this performance. There's going to be a lot of mixed reactions, basically, because even though the Grammys is for more mature people, kids can watch the Grammys. So performing WAP, I don't think is the best idea, but I'm sure they're going to censor it where people may not notice that is such a provocative, I guess, song if you haven't heard it. I'm one of the only people probably that still haven't listened to the full song, okay? I listened to Up, I listened to the Maroon 5 song, but I did not listen to WAP. I really did not care, to be quite honest. I'll be honest with you. So, the Judgment card kind of talks about fairness, but then it also kind of talks about how people perceive you facing judgment, kind of having that karma. And it looks like people are going to have mixed reactions when it comes to Cardi B and Megan's Grammy performance, okay? There's going to be a lot of praise on social media, but then, you know, the older generation who don't really care for Cardi B or Megan are not going to be too happy because, you know, older people, they watch the Grammys and the Oscars and the Golden Globes. You know, the younger generation, we don't really watch the Grammys. I'm probably not going to watch it. I'm just going to, you know, see the highlights, okay? So then we got the King of Wands. This kind of talks about, you know, leadership, business, challenging the status quo. And in this card, this is definitely the labels, you know, Roc Nation, even though Roc Nation is a label, and management. And this is definitely the labels trying to figure out how they want to do things, okay? Because Megan and Cardi are both successful, but Cardi has a new successful single, whereas Megan's Body Yaddy Yaddy and Crybaby, they're not, nobody's really talking about them right now in this moment. I don't know where they are on the charts. I know that the challenge of Crybaby was on social media, but it wasn't as heavy on social media like other challenges. So it looks like they really want to take this time to promote Megan, maybe introduce her to a new crowd. But it looks like Cardi B is going to benefit more. Shockingly, I thought it was going to be Megan, but it looks like Cardi B is going to benefit more considering that Up is at number 2. And if she performs Up, the sales could skyrocket, okay? If she performs Up. And it looks like, you know, Megan wants to perform Savage and probably WAP. But Beyonce, as you guys heard, Beyonce doesn't really want to perform at the Grammys. Probably because her other peers are not going to be there. Like Rihanna's not going to be there. Obviously, Nicki's not going to be there. Ariana Grande, I don't think is going to be there. So it's going to be like, you know, she probably is going to be like, why would I go if everybody else is not going to go? You know what I'm saying? So I think that Cardi is definitely going to benefit more. I'm actually shocked. I thought it was going to be Megan. But performance-wise, Megan's always going to be good. But the thing is, Cardi has a number 2 record out and the sales could skyrocket after the Grammys performance, okay? So it looks like they're going to get mixed reviews, okay? Like I said before, Cardi is going to benefit more because her song is number 2. They're going to perform great or good, you know, nothing too spectacular. But there is conflict behind the scenes because, you know, Atlantic wants to go in one direction and then Roc Nation wants to go into another direction to benefit the people that, you know, they're going to make money off of. You know, Roc Nation makes money off of Megan, and Atlantic makes money off of Cardi. So it makes sense, okay? So now let's look into J-Lo and Arod. It has been announced that they went their separate ways, okay? And honestly, I'm not really shocked by these Hollywood breakups, okay? Because a lot of them are fake anyway. I'm not saying that this relationship was fake, but I'm just saying a lot of them are. So let's see. Why did J-Lo and Arod break up? Why did J-Lo and Arod break up? Let's see. Why did J-Lo and Arod break up? Okay. So we got the 8 of Wands in reverse, which talks about someone kind of wanting their freedom. Okay. I feel like this is definitely more Arod. I feel like men tend to be hard to kind of tie down if they're used to kind of doing their own thing. And I believe Arod was married before to J-Lo, and I believe that he did cheat on his last wife. So he kind of struggles. He struggles in the, faithful department. And the Eight of Wands kind of speaks on that, kind of wanting your freedom, wanting to kind of do your own thing, still wanting to be in a relationship. I'm not saying that he didn't love J-Lo or he didn't want to be in a relationship with her. It's just that people kind of struggle with kind of being 100% faithful, commitment. And I said the same thing about Victor Cruz and Carucci and G Herbo and Tiana, which will all be revealed in the future with G Herbo and Tiana. But a lot of men in the industry struggle with that because there's so many women throwing themselves at them. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This kind of talks about having a business relationship. So it looks like they might have done business together, which was not a good idea. Doing business when you're not married, even if you're getting married, but you're not married yet, it could be a little messy, okay? Because dividing up, who gets who and what gets what is going to be a mess. So the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is going to be a lot of disagreements in regards to their business, finances, and how they divide, the money between that, okay? And it also seems as though J-Lo is a little better with finances than Arod is, okay? So it looks like he's not as great with finances as J-Lo. So that could be another underlying issue of why they broke up, okay? So the Eight of Pentacles, they have a lot of business together, finances that need to be divided up, which is not going to be a good thing. And I would not recommend doing that if you are not married, okay? Because it's going to be harder to kind of divide everything up, okay? And ultimately, I don't think they're going to take it to court, but ultimately it could be a mess if they go to court, which I don't think they will. The Seven of Pentacles, this also kind of talks about working, a lot of behind the scenes activity. It looks like there was definitely somebody trying to break them up, okay? Now, it's been all over the blogs that this girl and Arod had a thing going on. I don't know the lady. I don't know if anyone knows the lady, but it looks like there was definitely somebody trying to break them up. And the Page of Swords in reverse talks about that, okay? And we also have the Seven of Pentacles too. So and they're all in reverse. So it looks like this breakup ended kind of bad, okay? The Seven of Pentacles also kind of talks about working, a lot of behind the scenes activity. And then the Page of Swords kind of talks about, trying to put up a fight, somebody coming in between you guys. And it looks like, J-Lo tried hard to stay in this relationship. She's older. She probably really wants to settle down. I believe this was going to be her like 5th marriage anyway, but I think that she really ultimately wanted it to work, okay? Let's see, would they get back together? I want to see if they would ever get back together. Being that they're both up there in age, it might seem like, they can possibly work on their issues. So let's see if they would ever get back together. Will J-Lo and Arod get back together? J-Lo and Arod. It kind of feels like I don't see them being successful at doing that. It looks like if they did try, it would be unsuccessful. The Tower card in reverse talks about something coming apart, falling apart, and it looks like eventually it's just gonna be a cycle, okay? We got the Eight of Swords, and this kind of talks about being trapped. Okay, the Eight of Swords kind of talks about being trapped. And I feel like Arod felt like he was trapped in this relationship because he wanted other things, but he also wanted to please J-Lo, okay? And the Two of Wands, J-Lo's waiting for Arod to kind of make a decision, okay? It almost seems like J-Lo wouldn't mind taking Arod back if he could act right, okay? Because, she's up there in age. But ultimately, he just can't keep it in his pants, or he can't be 100% faithful. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's gonna work out for them. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading was strictly for entertainment purposes only, and I hope you guys have a great day.